Welcome back to my channel. We are in my master bedroom today and I recently just made over this room. This room was yellow, kind of a mustard color, definitely not anything very pretty. Our house is about 20 years old and I don't think they've done anything to it since then. So I was ready to take this yellow room and turn it into something that I really loved. So I'm excited to share that with you today, so let's get started. I could not wait to paint this room. The yellow was just not very pretty. As you can see, the back wall is a darker yellow than the sides, and our master bathroom is actually the same dark yellow. It just reminds me of mustard. Paint is just such a fairly easy update to do to our homes. I know that it is time consuming, and I'll be honest, after I paint an entire room, my body, I need to go get a massage or something. I have written an ebook and I will link that in the description below for you. I just feel like paint can make a huge difference in our lives, and I first started painting this room pure white because that is what some of the rest of my house is. But this room faces north, and north is the trickiest direction to paint because the light always has a cool cast and it's usually overcast most of the day. A north facing room never gets a lot of natural sunlight, so it's very tricky when it comes to paint because the paint can look very different than what's in the can. So we did try to live with the pure white, and I had my husband put up a beautiful picture from Studio McGee from Target, and I just wasn't loving it. I really used the pure white because I had a few cans of that left over from the rest of my house. So I was trying to use what I had, but I knew that it probably wouldn't work. Margot is joining me in painting my master bedroom. So this next color, you can see I have a few samples there, but they were too dark. I really knew in my heart that I needed to do the same color that was in our last house master bedroom, and it's kind of a happy accident. That color was from the builder. In our last house we had it built and they put that color in there, and I didn't love it in a lot of rooms in our other house, but I did love it in our master bedroom. And that color is Natural Choice by Sherwin-Williams. I will say, it really depends on what direction your house is facing and what kind of light you have in there, but most of the time it just reads a really pretty kind of grayish color. If it's an overcast day in our bedroom, you can definitely see a little bit more of that warm, I don't want to say tan because it doesn't look tan, it's just a really pretty grayish, but if the sun is shining, it looks like a very pretty light gray color, and I love it like that. And it's kind of nice to have it be a chameleon and have two different colors in there. I did take the time to give our doors a painting refresh. It really makes sense when you're redoing a room to kind of redo everything. I'll give my window trim a refresh too. It just makes the space feel like completely made over instead of just kind of skipping some spots. So I used pure white on my doors since that is what I had. Also, if you are painting a room and you want to change your overhead light fixture, I recommend changing the light fixture first. What kind of light bulbs you have, the color of them, how many will completely make the room look different. So I really recommend changing out your light fixture first. Unfortunately, I went through a few lights before I landed on one, and I will show you that and talk about that in just a few minutes. So this is the molding that I decided to do in our bedroom. It's a pretty simple molding, but it has some beautiful ridges and curves on it. I really wanted our bedroom to be a little bit more elegant than the rest of the house, just because it's kind of you want to go into a retreat and feel warm and cozy and feel like a king or queen when you're in your bedroom. So I just wanted to make it feel more elegant in there. Instead of going up and down the stairs all the way down to the garage, we set up all the cutting stuff out here in the hallway. It saved so much time. I recommend scrolling through Pinterest if you are wanting to do a makeover in your own own master bedroom, kind of getting an idea of what you'd like it to look like. I had this idea in mind for a while. I have loved it for many years and I've never been able to do it in one of our rooms, so I wanted to try it in this room. I knew that I wanted to keep the decor and elements in this room fairly simple. As a family of 6, we have enough clutter in our homes with like school papers and kids' shoes and clothes and everything, and I just wanted this room to feel relaxing and simple and clutter-free. I've dealt with anxiety for a long time in my life, but it was only in 2020 when I actually took action and went to the doctor and got on some medication, and I realized what a difference it has made, but it's also made me just become more aware of how things around me affect how I feel. And when my home is cluttered and messy just because of everyday life, it can really trigger more anxiety. So I am keeping this room super calming so that I enjoy it. So in that box was a mirror. I will link what I can in the description below for you. I knew that I wanted a mirror on each side of the nightstand because mirrors help reflect light, and this room has only one window, and because it's facing north and doesn't get direct sunlight, I wanted those mirrors to help bounce off any light that was available. So whether that's from lamps, overhead light, or what light does come in the window, and I really do think they made a difference. I am taking the time to caulk all the seams and fill in all the nail holes. It's a tedious job. I actually don't mind it because this is what really makes it look like it was part of the wall to begin with. This way it doesn't look like it's a separate piece. It just looks like it was always there. So I really recommend taking the time to do all the caulking and filling of all the nail holes. I have a wet rag and I am just wiping down any extra caulk that is left over, because once that stuff dries, it is not easy to manipulate or make it look better. So I make sure that it looks really good before it dries. Paint can make a huge difference in the way that we feel and the way that we see our home and the way that we live. I am all about making our homes comfortable and cozy and just a place that you want to be in and have guests over and friends over and family. And I really think that paint is such a simple thing you can change to give you that warm and cozy feeling. So I will always recommend repainting a room if you're just not loving it and it doesn't give you a sense of peace and relaxation. So I'm painting the trim around my windows the same pure white from Sherwin-Williams. I always like to use paint that I have, and I had a lot of that left over. I'm going to take the time to clean everything really good, the mirrors, the nightstands, get all the dust off of everything, and then we're going to do the curtains and the light fixture. So let me tell you about my light fixture. What happened was I ordered one and it was just pretty small. I didn't love the way it looked. It looked more like a hallway light instead of a bedroom light. So that one went back, and then the second one that I ordered, I did love it, but it was fairly expensive. I think it was almost $300, and I just thought, there's other places I'd rather spend money on right now. So as much as I loved that one, I took that one back, and the one that I landed on was from Amazon, and it was like only $60. So I'm pretty excited that I found a light fixture that looks good and gives off a lot of light and was really inexpensive. Next, we're gonna put up the curtains. These are my favorite curtain rods. I use them in all of my last home and I'm using them in this home. I have seen other designers and bloggers use these as well, but I will link these in the description below. I'm just gonna do black in here, so it's just a neutral kind of color with a little bit of pop, and I'm going to be using my favorite curtains. These are from Target, so they are a decent price, and they are blackout, which I love and is perfect for a bedroom, but also blackout curtains, because they have that extra lining, it just helps them to look more luxurious and elegant. These are a beautiful, I guess I would say cream, kind of a little bit of a tan in there too, a nice off-white color. They're linen texture. I love these. I have these in my daughter's bedroom and I would use these in every single room of my house. And I actually did do that in our last home. I had them in every room. All right, so some curtain tips for you. You want to hang your curtain rod close to the ceiling, just a few inches lower, and then also expand your curtain rod a good 6 to 10 inches past your window trim. So that way when your curtains are on, it doesn't cover the window and it just makes your room look larger and bigger. Also, another trick is you can double up your curtains on either side. And I am going to do that here. In our last house, we only had one curtain on either side and I didn't love it. So just a reminder, this is what it looked like beforehand. And I'm going to show you the finished product here. I did not get a video of my husband doing the light. I think I was painting another area or working on another thing. So I didn't get that, but I will show you the light fixture. So fairly simple. I don't even really have decor on the nightstands, which honestly I love. It just makes it easier to clean and it's just calming to me. Maybe someday I'll put like a candle or a plant on there or something, but this is the light fixture I chose. I love gold fixtures, and so I have that up there. The 6 light bulbs, and having them exposed just lets more light into this kind of dark room. And then the other side of the room, I have a chair and an end table. We have a TV, which is rarely ever on, but we have big dreams of like putting a fireplace there and the TV above it. But it just looks really nice with this new paint color and then the fresh coat of white on the doors. Let's talk about the bedding just for a minute. The headboard and bed frame that we have is, I think, maybe 7 years old at this point. So I will link something similar if I can find it. Those lamps right there are from Target. The nightstands are from IKEA. I love IKEA dressers and nightstands. The cream pillows that you see are from Target, as well as the little lumbar pillow there. The pillows that we like actually sleep on are from Amazon. Love those ones, super comfy. And then the duvet insert is also from Amazon. And then we have a nice cozy dark gray blanket on the end of the bed, and that is from Target. I love how this turned out, nice and simple, but I love looking in this room. When I come in here, it just makes me feel relaxed. I hope you enjoyed this makeover, and I hope that it gives you some inspiration for your own home. Make sure to download that free ebook. I really believe it will help you when you're painting your own home, and it gives you some examples and ideas that you can use. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see you back here soon.